Hello everyone, Charles Hiley here again, and today we are making a slideshow presentation on PowerPoint, and we're going to use multiple features, and we are also going to edit a slideshow presentation that I made for a previous class. So to start off, we're going to start with our first slideshow presentation, and as it shows right here, it is a slideshow presentation telling us about King Arthur. It's going to be really simple, and I'm going to use very short phrase bulletin points because we're going to move quickly and we're only going to do a few slides. So first things first, we picked a blank PowerPoint presentation when we open our program. So there's no background template of any kind, and I can start to create my PowerPoint. So I have titled it King Arthur by Charles Hiley. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for formatting, and I am going to go with not shape outline because I do not have any shapes. However, I can add one, and then I would use these features here to change that. But what I would like to do is I want to come over here to my text fill, and I want to change up the coloring of my text because I will be adding in pictures and they could be conflicting. So I will start with something that I think will be a good color to start with. Also, I want to go along the same lines, so I'm going to use red. However, that only changes the one word. So simply we use some of our great, awesome features we've learned in previous programs. We select the entire thing. We go down here. We change this one as well. But I don't want it to be the same color as that one, so I'll go with a counter color of blue. And then we can do an outline of the text to help it pop a little bit more. And we can just kind of see the preview of the outlines. All right, for this one, I'm simply going to go with a gray. Go back to this one up here. And I'm going to change the style of the lettering here, and then I will change the color and my outline to make it stick out. There we are, a very simple way to do a title. Now, I want to go to my design, and I can start looking for a background. So I just look across here, and I just watch as some of them pop up, show me different styles, different ways that it's going to change the layout. I try to find something I like. I don't really like what I'm finding, so I decide I'm going to make my own. So I will go here to insert, and I will insert a picture. And as you can see, I have my picture choices. I have quite a few photos lined up, and then some that don't pertain at all. We're talking about King Arthur, so obviously I'm not going to use this one, or this one. I will use this one. And I can click it and click insert, or I can just simply double click and it will automatically insert it. Now I come into the problem, where did my title go? So I go up here and I will click send to back. I still don't have anything. Apologies, I clicked send backward, not send to back. I would go here and hit send back there to get it to go all the way back. Now this is a good picture to use. However, I want each slide to have its own different picture. I can resize it, reformat it. I can use it to fill the slide if I want. And I move it around where I want it. Get it as big as I want it or as small as I want it. Doesn't quite matter. It's going to center itself on the slide. Now, my words, however, find themselves in an awkward position, so I will move the title over here onto the dark section background. And as it moves the picture around, I will refill it back over. And I will simply resize the title. And then I will grab authoring. I will move it as well, but I don't want it to resize the picture again. So I will shrink that first, then place it. And our first slide has been made. So now I want to do another slide. So I will go back to insert and I will hit new slide. New slide is inserted, and I can add a title and text. So we will simply go with text, and we will say a really simple statement. Or try to spell correctly. And there we have our statement. Again, we will go to formatting, and we can change up our word phrases and such. Go down, we can use some clever different wordage. As we can see, it has changed up the words in a different way. Go down here, we can use different other more lettering styles and things. We'll use this one. I like the way it stands off the page. Coloring is great. We're going to stay with that. Now what we want to do is we will insert another picture. This time we will look at what we have again and decide and pick this one. We will resize it to make it fill our screen to a good size. As we can see, there is our picture. Now, well, however, this slide is very plain, so we will go and we will change our design. And we can choose something, do something like this. Go back to white. Or, since it changed my picture, I will simply go Control Z and go back to where my picture is larger. And I will format background. There we have a picture of texture fill. Change our picture colors. Different things there. We can insert a picture from File. And I want to use a picture that just has a nice, pleasant background image to it. So we'll use this one. However, as I said before, it throws things off. So we will format our picture here and take out the image from behind. However, King Arthur was a Christian king, so we will use the image of the cross in the background. We'll keep that. And we have another slide. We will continue on. We will insert a new slide, continuing to tell the story we are seeking to tell. This time, for the slide, we will choose our transitions at this point to decide how we want to go from slide to slide. And we will pick fade, and it fades us in. Our title will be So we have our title down now, which is basically our statement. And again, we want to format our text. We will go through our formatting choices again, see the different options we have, and we'll pick this one. We'll change our text color. We get a red. And the red has changed itself up. And there we have our image. Now we want to add a picture to it, but this time we want to go over here and we want to use our fill. We want to fill the entire slide. So we will click off of that and we will go with picture fill. We will go to our file and we will choose our image. There we have our image. Our words all of a sudden get in the way of our image, so we will move them over so they are out of the way. And now we have a nice picture. So this slide is 3 slides long, but it is a good idea of how things can go. We go here, we can go to our animations. We can add in different things to this slide. Our text here, we can tell it to fly in, so it comes in like that when we come up, or float in, comes in a little slower, different methods we can use up here with images. Here in our slideshow panel, we start to get into what we want to do with our slides and stuff. And we will continue this over on our other slideshow presentation that we are going to edit. Now, this slideshow presentation was made a while back, and we are simply going to edit it and change a few things. So, first of all, we are going to affect the design of the slideshow by changing it up. And so we are using this design currently. We want to change over to this one. So we will change this, all the slides, change their design as follows down here. We go over here, we get different color options. And as I'm military, and this is about the Marine Corps, we are going to use different color option. We're going to go to our artistic effects. We're going to change the background. We're going to reformat, get rid of that nasty little yellow notch there. And I do believe I like that. Now we will go up here to our transitions, and we will decide how the slides are going to transition each other. So I'm going to have them bars in. I can also have them shape in. Different effects there. Fall over. Flash. Ooh, I like the flash. We'll stick with that. Go into our animations. And again, the writing and things that go in here. We want them to do different things coming in. This one, have it wipe in. Here we go to this slide. We want to affect how this comes in. I like that. We're going to stick with that. Now, as you can tell, the writing is a little bit harder to read on this one, so we need to adjust that. So, how we're going to do that, we're going to go here, we're going to go to Format, and instead of just trying to change the text coloring and stuff, I'm simply going to scroll through here, find one that's a good layout, that's going to work out well for me. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to start picking my color. Now, what's going to stand out, how it's going to work. So I have a bright background in this image, and I want the wording to stand out. So I'm going to use darker colors. And as you can see, text is now a lot more readable. We go on, and as you can see, I have other slides that are affected, that need adjustment, changes. So we will change things up, affecting the slides, trying to get ourselves something better. Of course, also want to use a text style that works for us. There we go. That pops out better. So as you can see, I'm using some of these things to adjust my slides, and I'm changing things up. And as always, go through your different designs and things. Here we have our smart art. We can make charts. Don't ever go to the store and buy extra things. Use what you've got. They're perfect. If you want a different image, go insert one. You can go to your shapes. There's a very large list here. You don't need to go out and search and buy all these crazy little emoticons and stuff. Keep it simple and use what you've got. But this has been my how to create a slideshow presentation with Charles Hiley.